Hey, it's Milton Daily Homes Chuck here, and we got 5 times as many listings as yesterday, and so that actually equals 10 properties. So it's a good list. The townhouse that we profiled yesterday, it's already gone. There's an offer on it, conditional on financing home inspection, but it showed well, and I think the right person stepped in and put a good offer forward. So let's get to today's list. 100 Millside, number 204. It's at 232.9. It's a 1-bedroom. Maintenance fees are $357.66. It includes just about everything you'd want. 1 parking space, and most the units in this building are larger than the 1-bedroom. You see a lot of 2-bedrooms in this one, 2+1s. And it's really hard if you think about the psychology for somebody to downsize into like a 1-bedroom from a full house. But I think that there's definitely an audience for it. I think that I think about a snowbird, ideally, someone who's 6 months here, 6 months away, and a 1-bedroom could be perfect. Or I think about maybe a widow or a widower who doesn't need as much space, could work really well. Someone who doesn't want a lot of cleaning or upkeep or anything like that. Building's in great shape. It's prime Milton real estate. Right by the farmer's market, right by the beer store, if that's your thing. You can walk to Shoppers Drug Mart. There's all kinds of great things within just a couple minutes walk, including Mill Pond, too. Mill Pond is literally from the front door of this building, about a 2-minute walk. So really good stuff. I like this one. I like the location. And it could be a really affordable option compared to some of the 2 or 3 bedrooms that the maintenance fees are up in the 500s. So 741 Woodward, number 10, is at $259.9. And so we've got a 3-bedroom. There's 2 washrooms. There's actually 2 full washrooms, though, so it's not a full and a powder room. 2 full washrooms, one with the shower. You get the walkout from the lower. You've got just a beautiful kitchen here, glass cabinets. The backsplash looks terrific here, plus an eat-in area, and then you've got the L-shaped living dining around there. So California shutters upstairs. Upgraded bathrooms. So that's the thing that most people want, is they want old Milton lot and maturity and trees, and they want new Milton upgrades. And so this one, I think, has a lot of elements from both of them that I think is going to appeal to a good audience. It's a great looking listing. 1020 Cooper's the next one's at $349, and so the last croft side is a croft side, and it's 1380 square feet. The last one that sold, actually just recently sold at full price, listed for the same price. It wasn't an end unit. This one's an end unit, but inside the other one had hardwood floors. This one doesn't. And of course, there's always plus or minus differences, but the end unit's great because you get this extra window here, and you get an extra window at the as you go up the stairs too, so it really brightens this place up. I think this is a terrific listing. I mean, if you put hardwood in, you've got all the rest. I even love the way the wallpaper just makes the fireplace stand out that much more. Now, with the fireplace, it can be a little tricky because a lot of people use this wall for their couches, so you have to be a little bit more creative in how you arrange your furniture. Did the hardwood in the kitchen, though, which is kind of cool. It's a 45-degree angle hardwood as well. Upstairs, you've got 3 bedrooms, and they've done a bit of molding in this room. That's the front room, a little bit smaller. Actually, well, not the front. The front room above the porch is the biggest room. You can fit a queen-size bed, no problem. And then typically the 3rd bedroom, the one that was just there with the office, good room for a baby or an office, but it's a little tougher for like a teenager to be in that room. Okay, so $349 to me looks like a great house. I think they're going to do quite well. Zielinski, $389. It's a Brent Grove, 1,500 square feet. I think the photos, the fisheye can get a little much sometimes. So the photos, I mean, you've got a backsplash here. You can see there's nice colored cabinets, hardwood floors. But I just find that really offsetting. I find it's hard to really feel the room, to feel connected to the picture. So you've got California shutters. Lots of upgrades in this one, but I find they just don't stand out as much when it doesn't look like reality. It almost looks like you're on hallucinogenic drugs. That's cool, okay? Any house that has Super Mario, I'm voting for it. So I think there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, this model is actually really popular. There's laundry upstairs. The bedrooms are a really good size. And you've got a little bit of work done in the back there too. So stranger things have happened than this one, selling for close to what they're listing. I definitely think they have a chance. So 912 McNair, at $399, so $10,000 more. You're getting about 300 square feet more. You look inside, you've got broadloom, so carpet. Doesn't really say much. It says upgraded cabinets. There's a backsplash. You definitely want to contractually protect yourself. They said fridge and stove are going to be replaced with other stainless steel. You want to have some level of quality control over that if you do end up putting an offer in. But I mean, without the photos, I think that these models certainly are capable of selling in that range. We're seeing semis more and more often now, really creeping up into those high threes and even the low fours. And there was a townhouse that just got an offer at $419 recently. It was nice too, but it wasn't that big. It wasn't that much bigger than Zielinski. So 383 Martin Street is at $459. It's a 2-bedroom plus one. Plus one usually means in the basement. Huge 56 by 184 foot lot. It's zoned for a duplex or even semi-detached. There's lots of uses for this home. You could build a much larger home here. Massive backyard. They've used a lot of photos to kind of showcase the outside there. And just a couple on the inside. I mean, it looks like parquet floor, but I think that with that sort of houndstooth design, to me it's much more desirable than the standard square parquet. The rest of the home, it's really hard to tell. There's no shots of the kitchen or anything like that. Don't expect a huge home, but I think that there's still 2 full bathrooms. There's a lot of things that you could do with this. It's on the east side of Martin Street, so probably not that far from Taco Bell too. If you want a KFC or Taco Bell, it's probably right there. Okay, so next one up, 287 Duff Crescent, $479, double car garage, and I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the photos on this one. There is 4-car parking in the driveway. That's a 3-bedroom. Okay, so it's not a 4. We talked about there's another one for sale on Armstrong right now at the same price with the 4th bedroom. What you're getting here is a quieter street on Duff. Okay, so you've got some hardwood floors. But when you look, like, I don't know what that's designed to sell. I suppose it has the fireplace in it, and it looks like there could be California shutters there. You've almost got like a dog's eye view of the kitchen here, and yeah, I mean, I don't even know where that is. Like, there's no context for where that. There's hardwood stairs. I guess it's kind of telling a story. But just kind of, I don't know. I think there's certainly room for improvement on the photos there. I have a feeling this home would look a lot better in person than how it's being presented. That, even for the 3-bedroom, we talked about the 4 on Armstrong, it's still, I mean, double garage at $479 will attract attention, especially when you've got the California shutters, hardwood floors, that kind of stuff. So they could still be quite successful even with those photos. So 215 Higginbotham is 514, 786, 2,300 square feet. And I'm going to give the Chuck pick of the day to this one here. They're looking for a February 2012 possession, so nice long closing if you're thinking about it. But just nice finishes here. The photos definitely present it well. You can see the sort of pro photos here and how it just shows more. You've got an upgraded countertop here. You've got the moldings that have all been upgraded. I think good tile choice. There's a loft upstairs, plus there's 4 bedrooms. And I think that this would make a family happy for a really long time. Now, the separate side door could be a fantastic feature if you're thinking about potentially renting the basement out on something like this. You want to check into the legality of that, but it's certainly good, even if you have in-laws or anything, a home-based office. That separate side door, I think, is a real golden opportunity that a lot of homes can offer. So that's why I think this one gets the Chuck pick of the day. 3243 Main Street West, 624.9. It says it's a 5-bedroom. Double car garage. It's been listed before. Nice green grass, so it looks beautiful. You can see the size of the lot. You're about 0.75 of an acre. You've got I mean, really not a lot of front or not a lot of inside shots of this home, so it's really hard to gauge the value. You definitely want to go check it out. It is it's an electric forced air system, which again is for the country. It's not too bad. Okay, so they've closed off Main Street now. You're now in a much quieter street than what it used to be even a year or two ago. And I think it's probably worth a look. If it's good inside, who knows what'll happen. 1566 Earl Crescent, $629,900. It's a 4-bedroom plus one. I don't know where the plus one would be, but we'll have a look through the photos here. And there's 3 washrooms, 2 full upstairs. So this is actually the same model that I live in. And so I'm rooting for these guys because I think if they get this price, they're certainly doing good things for the Milton market. It backs onto a ravine, even though there's no photos of that ravine. And so you can see the kitchen, the built-in appliances. You've got good-looking countertops. The lights have been upgraded. And the thing that's really unique to me, there's a laundry room just off the kitchen there, and there's your family room with the built-ins. Yeah, so there you go, beautiful counter. Now here's the part that's really interesting about this listing, is it's got, first of all, it has a walkout basement, so with the ravine and the walkout, very awesome stuff. But if you've got specially built elevator goes to all levels of the house, that is something that, I mean, who knows how much that would cost to do. I remember there was a listing a while ago that actually had a little wheelchair in the top corner. And I thought, wow, what a fantastic idea that somebody could potentially know that if they have someone in a wheelchair that they could still accommodate that. And there's even a little den on the main floor just off to this side here that you could use even as a bedroom. So pretty awesome stuff. I think that the home, actually where it is, the location, the ravine, everything else is positive. That elevator, I think is pretty terrific as well. So have a great day. That's our listings for the day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes. Okay.